All right, it looks like they're ready to get started with Semblance, so give it up for Half Coordinated.
Okay. All right, so I am Half Coordinated. Let's go ahead and have my couch introduce themselves first. I'll talk a little bit more about myself in a second.
Hello, I am Seckswrecks.
I'm Vulajin.
I'm Flagalstan.
Okay, and...
oh, yeah, we got YoshiPro over here. He's,
Mike.
He's our boy.
Yeah. We didn't have enough mics for YoshiPro, unfortunately. But as I said, I'm half coordinated. I have a physical disability called hemiparesis that lowers feeling and coordination on the entire right side of my body. But I still tend to do pretty okay with games regardless, so that's why I play one-handed. I would normally be bracing the controller, but just as sort of a special thing for the event, I don't do that. Just to show off a little bit more, I guess, and catch your eye. But yeah, so that's that. This is going to be Semblance. It's a neat little puzzle platformer, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that today. So I think I am ready if I am good to give a countdown.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So just some plot background. You are a squish. You're very squishy. And there is a crunch who is crunchy and has made other squishes similar to you also crunchy and kind of really spiky and stuff. And we're like, dang, that wasn't very rad. And we're trying to fix that. That's my plot synopsis. I hope you enjoyed it. We're getting all of the abilities that we'll have throughout the entire game, pretty much. We have all of them already. So we can jump, we can dash, and we can reset platforms around us. The game does focus on the deformation of platforms. That was an orb. Orb. We're going to be collecting over 70 of those, so that's up to your own endurance if you want to keep doing that. So this is the all orbs category. We're collecting all the orbs. As you noticed, might have noticed, it kind of got rid of the crystallization around that tree when we left. So it kind of gets rid of the crystal blight, so to speak. This game is very good about kind of teaching the player and just in general about its mechanics early on. So this first level, it's going to be fairly basic, just a little bit of movement, resetting the platform, and all that. Kind of letting you know, hey, you can't reach that, but if you push this platform,
Whoa.
you can. Wow. So those kind of darker, somewhat orb-like things that are not orbs, those are keys, so those will unlock kind of barriers or doors. Most of this level is kind of on a cycle. There's a lot of cycle-based timing in this game, so you'll see that crystal being pulled back and forth. We kind of just, as long as you're on time to meet that, no big deal. And then the rest of the level actually has timing that matters. So here, there's a barrier here. It's supposed to kind of push down the platform below, but you can kind of break the barrier just on the side of it and kind of skip half of that puzzle. And it's all good. Also supposed to push this one over to the side. Don't have to do that. And just kind of collect that there. I'd say about half of the puzzles will be solved intentionally, and the other half will be solved unintentionally. So we'll see how that works out for us. This next level, there will be kind of mid-level movement. So the next level, first thing we're going to be trying to do is clip through a platform. Again, as you can probably guess, that is not an intentional thing to do and was actually fixed in later patches, but thankfully, they let us keep the original release of the game on another branch on Steam. So thank you, Namakop. We greatly appreciate it. So that clip went pretty decently. It's a little silly of a setup, but it works most of the time. And that was important because this is basically a 10-second cycle here to try and meet that. So if it does take a while, you can lose a hefty chunk of time. But we didn't, and we're very happy about that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orb, yes. Mini orb. I like orbs. I'm a fan. Orbs. All of them. All orbs are good, so we have to collect all of them. That's why.
Yeah. Or
Not because it's like the intended way to complete the game, but just because we like orbs that much.
yes, quite.
Yes. Oh, and that can happen. It can take a little extra time for an orb to settle into the branches of the tree. That's the only luck in the game. So that can sometimes take a few extra seconds just because it feels like it. Because I love physics. And so this level introduces lasers. You don't want to touch them. They make you crunchy. So as you can see, lasers will kind of interfere with each other, so you can use that to make it so you can go over those. Yes, orb, thank you. And orb. And yeah, guess what? Orb. Orb.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I almost undid an orb. That would have been very rude after all the effort that the crowd is putting in. So the next level will kind of introduce kind of making indentations on walls to kind of climb up the walls that way. And it is overall kind of a difficult level. The next two levels are kind of difficult, but they're kind of fairly straightforward. So I'm going to let SmoothOperative go ahead and read some donations so I can blame her if I mess up, kind of in a joking manner.
All right, well, I guess we'll see what happens. We have a very special $500 donation from Daddy Longbeard that says, "To half-coordinated, it's a pure joy for us to see you enjoying yourself and making a difference in the world too. Love you, from Mom and Dad." Aw.
Thank you. Love you both so much, by the way. Love them. So I'm going to be doing what I call an indent jump here. I kind of deformed that platform and then reset it while I was making another indentation, which let me do another jump. And that's actually kind of important. Just kind of wait out this cycle here, because we were a little slow, I'll admit it. I wasn't perfect. It's okay, it happens to the best of us. There are many orbs.
Quite a few.
Yeah, go ahead and read a few more donations throughout the next level, as stated earlier. Sorry about that.
Sure thing. We have $5 from Ramroyd that says, "Squish, squish. Good luck, half. Hi, GDQ. You are all awesome." $50 from Anonymous. "Went home early today since half-coordinated is running. Money to his choice. Orb."
That was a very powerful orb.
That really was.
$100 from BV728 that says, "Time to squish blurp with the best menu option in gaming."
Okay. Orb. Okay. Had to fix that one a little bit there.
$20 from Peter Nelson. Dr. Gunn that says, "Never heard of Semblance, but always love watching half-coordinated's run." Orb.
I love how, like, it seemed nervous that you were to say orb there. It's like, oh, no, you
Dare
know
I
it was
say
coming.
orb
Dare
again?
you say the word. The word of the day. Yeah.
You know, I'd say they're not letting you get a word in edgewise, but being a squish, you don't really have any of those to begin with.
I do not have edges, no. That would be very not squishy of me. And squish is good. Respect your squish friends, by the way. Just respect that. It's good. So the next level will introduce the smoke. While I'm inside of the smoke, I cannot dash or use the reset platform function, and that will kind of determine how I have to do those puzzles. We will be able to buffer a dash, and that also becomes important for some of those puzzles. But see here, I kind of have to push this over and then go down. That's not an orb. But So we kind of have to push that from the other side and then get over it.
And right there, he just did a dash jump. You're not usually supposed to be able to do that, but at the end of your dash, you're able to do a jump at the very end of it to just get a bit of extra height.
Yes, so there is like a specific timing at the height of a dash that you can jump out of it. Thank you for mentioning that.
You're welcome.
So here we're going to do a buffered dash, hopefully. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. And that skips. That puzzle is a very long puzzle, so
Nicely done.
that saves a lot of time. And that's the end of World 1, so go ahead and read some more donations while I travel to the next world.
Of course, we have $10 from HolyG's03. I always make sure to catch Half Coordinated's run. He's very inspirational to me, and I am sure to many others.
Thank you.
$175 from Caitlin Gadd. Good luck with the run, Half. It's great to have some of the uplifting atmosphere from your streams on a bigger stage. Smiley face.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you.
$5 from Serrano. Got up at 2:30 to wish Half good luck. Squish Zoom.
Squish Zoom. Thank you, Serrano. Oh, keep going a little bit. Well, actually, no, I should explain something. This world does introduce our reset beams. So they're kind of thicker lasers. They don't harm you, but they do reset platforms and yourself. That's a spoiler for later, but they do reset platforms in a more volatile way than you do. So we kind of have to move those around to avoid them there. That's the key, not an orb. That was an orb.
They're changing up the colors on you there.
Yeah, the colors do switch, color palettes do switch between areas. So, kind of. Yeah, that one was close. I'll admit that. Let's see. Trying to remember. Okay, next stage here. One of the biggest challenges for me learning the run was actually remembering the between stage layouts, because there's a lot less landmarks. So that was one of the challenges. This was actually my 12-hour challenge game, so I learned most of this run within 12 hours. And it's a pretty good game for that. There is no like fail state to the game. And we'll be coming back to that puzzle in a little bit, because we have to go back through there anyway. I should have known that this would happen, really. I just... Yeah.
You can just blame me.
I mean, that's fair. That's what I do in everyday life. But... So that was another dash jump. And this level was basically on a 15-second cycle, so it wouldn't have mattered much if I had kind of just messed up or wiggled around, because we just have to wait for this anyway.
That always looks like you're about to get completely obliterated there.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be a little bit patient. This next stage, so we mentioned the reset beams, and I kind of said they will reset the platforms in a more volatile manner. That will take precedence in this next level very strongly. So kind of resets, it will launch you. Key, yes. So here I'm doing what's called a super jump. I'll explain those a little bit later, because that was not like a super impressive one. So we'll see more of those. And they will be even more impressive later on. So I have to do a fairly complex setup here to get this, because I'm supposed to push down the platform below me. But instead, we just kind of do a little complex setup there. Mosquito!
Mosquito!
Which, hitting a mosquito has no bearing on any completion of the game. It's just, they're there, and you can hit them if you want. But that. So believe this stage will have strong super jumps. So a super jump, if you deform a ground near a wall, just the right distance from the wall. Good job, me, right there. Just checking who's actually watching for when I get the orb. But super jump, deform the ground just the right distance away, and then you can kind of sneak into the corner of the wall. And when you do that, your momentum from the jump continues to build until you pull away from the wall. So you can use that and have to do it multiple times because, I mean, this is an example. But yes, super jumps are very fun. They're probably the coolest trick in the game, and you'll be seeing them much more as time goes on. So let's see, next level is 2-5. After the end of the next level, I want you all to remind me to go left. So once this level is complete, everyone just shout, go left, if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Because it's the only time we actually go left after exiting a level.
That might be why I skip this level so often.
Does that make this a co-op speedrun?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mentioned you can buffer a dash inside of these so that you can do a buffer dash there to save a little bit of time and dash jumps. We're supposed to do sideways launches, like one there. We never do a single sideways launch in the run. We just always instead do a dash jump to skip those. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go right, be a rebel.
No.
That wouldn't be all the orbs.
We need all of them. It's important to us. Okay, so a little bit of tight timing for this, and I messed it up because I am magical. Okay, so the reset beam's kind of messed up. So you get to see the intended strat here. Yes. So hopefully I can still meet some cycles. The rest of this level gets broken by the dash jumps entirely, so it's rather nice that way. Okay, and now, again, that was the last level of this world, so donations.
All right. We have $5.02 from Key Phaetana that says, "Hi, half-orbinated. You really are an inspiration to us all." Very
Thank you.
funny. $150 from Anonymous. "When I tell people I watch speedruns, they are usually confused. They don't get it. But then I tell people about half-coordinated. He's among them the best example of the good that it can come from in this community. $150 to his choice. Go fast, buddy."
Thank you. Do my best. See, so World 3, the main gimmick that this will introduce will be flat crystal walls. Also, look at the cute bunnies in this level. They're great. Friends, lots of friends. But so the flat crystal walls, you can deform yourself against those, and that will change how you move. So flat squish, also known as hamburger squish. So hamburger squish moves fast side to side, but cannot jump very high. And tall squish or hot dog squish can jump very high, but not move very fast side to side. And so the other community name for the regular size is meatball squish. So just like our sponsor Arby's, we have the meats. And oh, not good. I was too focused on the meats.
Rest in peace, hot dog.
Rest in peace, hot dog.
Orbeez? Is that what I heard?
I really hope I didn't hear that.
So, oh, of course, good job. Yes, but no, I think I might need to say a few things. Trying to think if it's a good time to throw it over for donations, but this next stage here, trying to remember which one's next. How does it work? This one. So we might get to make a very tight cycle on this one here. So hopefully, but no guarantees. Orb. So again, just taking advantage of the hot dog and hot dog's amazing jumping abilities. Use that. Jump, reset, read that. Good. Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
that was really close. Okay, but we did make the fast cycle. We're going to do another indent jump. I mentioned one of those like really early on. Just kind of reset it while we're making a push there. You're really just hammering home how quickly we get all the orbs.
Yeah.
Do you know how jealous 70 Star is for a Super Mario 64? We collect these so much faster. Yep, so I'm going to do like one of the neatest looking super jumps, I think, because we're going to do it as hamburger. Oh, we got a slow build up, so it wasn't the best, but.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive how quickly the audience has learned how this run works.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it's a testament to how well this game communicates its game design. So,
You did mention that you do have trouble with like the in-between worlds. I feel like this is one of the hardest ones just because you have like the deformation everywhere, so it's easy to like just throw yourself off.
It's so easy to accidentally become a hot dog or a hamburger in this particular world in between the levels. It's very true.
I have that problem all the time myself.
Yeah, we're going to do a very intended strat here. Very intended, just super intended solution. This next puzzle is actually one of the harder ones to do, and it was actually made easier in later patches, so I kind of wish I could, just for this particular puzzle, if I could play the later patches of the game for the speedrun, that would be great, but unfortunately, we need the other fast things, so I just have to play good, I guess. And hopefully it'll all work out. It's very important that I have those flat edges there in order to be able to make the jump. Thank you. So it all went okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you dash at the right time, you can go through that reset beam without getting reset.
Remember earlier he mentioned that the reset beams reset you, so
Yeah.
it does apply to if you're in meatball or hot dog or hamburger, that is.
Yep, so that was an intentional death, kind of just abusing the respawn there, which is very handy. The next stage is another one that's just like kind of movement we've mostly seen already and is fairly difficult, so go ahead, Smooth, and just read some donations.
Okay, great. We have $75 from 9-8 that says 70 plus orb. $25 from Christopher Sheridan. Hey, Half, DJ here. Wanted to tell you hello from the back couch. It's amazing to see you run again at GDQ and even more amazing to see it in person. I'll leave you off with a little poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have to tell you something true, and that is that we all love you.
Aww.
Half choice towards incentives. We see you, Christopher.
Thank you, DJ. Okay. So yeah, just some more general movement going on here. Getting an orb. And here we're going to do another sort of reset jump. It's a little more complicated on the timing, and I missed it for the first time in a good while. Good job. But, but that can happen. The timing can be a little precise. That one's a little more awkward than the others. 3-5 is going to have a couple different things. And this is the last level in World 3. As we mentioned, easy to kind of mess up the between stage movement in this area. So I'm glad that was brought up. But this one here, I'm going to try and kind of push up a platform and do a very long jump to become a hot dog. Hopefully it works out in my favor. There we go. And then we're going to use the best menu option in the game, Reset Squish, which is just something you kind of design a whole game around after you think about putting that in the menu. So what that does is it resets the squish's position, but not your squish state. So you go to the default position of the puzzle, and you can kind of get around the reset beam that way. Okay, and we're going to just that. So we just kept the hamburger state to kind of complete that puzzle really quickly. And we're going to do another one of everyone's favorite trick. All right, and that was the last orb. So good job, everyone. Round of applause to yourselves. So there's one more level left, but while we get there, of course, a couple more donations.
All right, we have $10 from Co that says, very good job on this game. Watching you sorb through this level is great. I'm kind of poor, but here's $10 anyway. Awesome run, man. Half coordinated, more like half coordinated. $100 from Collapse that says, these incentives are too good to pass on. I mean, Octorb, sorry about that. So $50 towards Megorb.
Yeah. That I almost died because of that one. But I had dashed through a cutscene and had to do the reset squish in order to regain control. There will be one more time of that, so be ready. On that, this, I kind of went straight down after I hit that, because otherwise the camera can kind of go, it's really zoomed in for this portion of the puzzle, and I would have no idea when, yes, key. And I wouldn't be able to see, but it's all just to make one tiny bump up there. And you do have to do that. Just. Yes, so just kind of wait while Crunchy goes that way, or here. And one more super jump. This one can be a little more tense to pull off because there's a laser there.
Very nice.
Ooh. Ooh, that was really close to that laser.
Jeez.
Okay. Oh, messing that up. I'm probably gonna have to get back on the second cycle. No? Okay, good.
Ooh.
Okay, mash through here and...
Squish.
Thank you. So, kind of have to push this out here to be able to safely traverse. It never really works out on a good cycle for that. Oh, I'm gonna wait for that laser to just kind of do its thing. Actually, I'm gonna wait even longer because if I had gone there, I probably still would have hit it. So we're just gonna take our time and run into that. That's what happens when you hit crystal things. It's
just another demonstration.
Yes. And we're almost at the very end, so be ready on time. Time. So I will say normally we time this without loads. That was probably like a 26:15 or something if its loads are similar to mine. But thank you all very much for watching. I would like to state, I don't run as a category one-handed. That's basically to grab your attention more. This is how I normally play, but I compete against everyone else. And whatever you do, whatever your difficulties are, I believe there is an activity out there for you that you can just be proudly among others. And if I'm wrong, I'll take the blame for that, but you're still worthwhile regardless. Sure. Orb!
Thank you very much, Half Coordinated, for that extraordinary run. Up next, we have N++, two-player co-op, 8 episodes with Crank Dud and Anda, so stay tuned for that. We're going to play a quick Twitch ad, so sit tight and we will be right back.
Isn't the character of N++ a ball also? Like, it's Orb GDQ. Hey, nice shirt. I know, nice shirt. Wow.
As a heads up, BMG, I may be competing against you on top meme.
Oh, yeah. Twitch chat loves you.
I always wondered how much Twitch chat was complaining about us.
Reddit loved us.
I haven't seen Reddit yet.
Don't change that.
All right, while they're setting up for the next run, I'd like to read a few donations that came in for half during the Semblance run. So let's get started. We have $20 from CMM1215 that says, "Hi, Half, sending you love and wishing you good luck. Always glad to see you, buddy. Heart." $10 from Jeremy Copeland. "This is a seriously good Semblance run. Greetings from Canada." $250 from Koroskor. Apologies if I mispronounced that. "Times may come in life of a person where they achieve what very few other humans couldn't. Every run of Half Coordinated is one of those moments, and it is such an elevating feeling to have the technology to watch them live. I hope I sometimes get the chance to be there in person and hug the man. Much love from France. Send cancer into orbit." $25 from Indie Club Live. "I will never not donate during a Half Coordinated run. Let's squish cancer. Send cancer into orbit." This crowd is hype on that orb. I love it. $25 from the Squish Rain. Uncrunchy those squishes. Let's get super hype on the next orb. Well, the last orb is gone, but everyone is still hype, so I hope that's all right. $50 from Cassie D20 Love. Best of luck to Half Coordinated on this Semblance run. May your squishes be squish and not be crunch. $5 from Schmagent that says, Squishy Bubble, squishing down the street, Squishy Bubble. Who does this soundtrack? Roy Orbison. Good luck to the runner. $25 from Canaris. Hey, Half. Thanks to you for always motivating me to do my best and for inspiring me to speedrun Near Automata. Good luck on the run. Also, become as Orb. $20 from Vino. So if I understood everything correctly, this game is about collecting all the orbs and saving all the trees single-handedly. It all makes sense. $25 from Anonymous. So excited to donate to such a great cause during Half Coordinated's run. He is my husband's favorite runner and an absolute gem. Best of luck, Half Coordinated. And we definitely agree with you there.